हरि ॐ शं नो मित्रस्यं वरुणः शं नो भवत्वर्यमा शं न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. This entire lecture is about the heart. Why heart is the first center and why heart is so important. That is the lecture what I am going to give you now. It is explained already that the heart center is the first center that is inaugurated. This master explained in the previous lessons in detail. So, it should be the first center also to be stopped. This is the phenomenon we have to understand. The first center in the beginning and automatically it should be the first center also to be stopped. When the head center is separated, many duties are shifted to the head center, but the importance is to the heart center only. In the beginning, already it is told that in the beginning, heart center and the head center are the one, and the heart center is separated and come a little bit below, and some duties are given to the head center when it is separated, but the importance is there only with the heart center. That is what Master explained here. There is a beautiful story about it. Why heart center is very important. There is a beautiful story told by the master long back. Once there was a meeting among all the organs in the body. It is a meeting to prove their supremacy individually. We can call it as an ego show. We can call it like that. We are bearing all the load. First the legs started. The meeting started with the legs. What the legs said, what the argument of the legs? We are bearing all the load throughout the life and we are stressed so much without any appreciation from you all. We want to take rest so that you will understand how important we are. This is the argument given by the legs. The entire system, when they stopped working, when the legs stopped working, the entire system has come to a standstill position. Then the mind thought to teach a lesson to legs. People started using the wheelchairs. When the legs stopped, the mind thought, okay, this is the right time, this is the time for me to teach a lessons to the legs, how important they are, whether we can live or not without the functioning of the legs. That's what mind thought. Then what happened? People started using the wheelchairs, modern equipment for their movement. Work from home scheme was introduced. The legs felt bad about their decision. Because when there are no legs, what legs thought? When we are not working, when we are not moving, and people cannot go outside to do the work or to do anything. So that's how they have to show their supremacy or importance. Then the mind created an idea. What the idea? There is a work from home scheme. People without moving somewhere where they can sit in the chair and they can work. And mind created the wheelchairs. This is the creation of the mind, you see, the good ideas from the mind. And people, they wanted to move, they used to move with the wheelchairs. And the mind invented so many things to move without the help of the legs. That's what people are doing now. The people with the paralysis or people who don't have any legs. Or we can see many people even without legs they are living, you see. That's what Master explained. The legs felt bad about their decision. They realized that life will move forward even they won't work. So life will move forward if we don't work. That is what legs realized. Then it is the turn of the hands. They presented their argument before other organs about how important they are. Then the mind wanted to teach a lesson to the hands also. People invented artificial hands to handle things. They prepared themselves to live without hands, though it is not comfortable. The nature of the nature of the mind is it works more sharply in the inevitable situations. Then the hands also realized their mistake. I have put it the story in a brief way. It is a big story explained by the master. Then our hands wanted to show their supremacy, and if you want to eat the food, we need the hands. If you want to carry something, we need the hands. And we have to, if you wanted to take a file to sign the check, bank check, we need the hands. So for everything in this world, we need the hand to work. Without the hands, we cannot survive. That's why hands wanted to prove their supremacy. Then what happened? The mind created a thought and created the artificial hands. Of course, it is not so comfortable. It is not so practical to use all the time the artificial hands, but we can live without the hands. So many people, they lose their hands in the accidents and in so many things you see. But even then, people are living. Sometimes they use their legs and sometimes they use their, artificial hands. So the mind can invent lot of things. So after the organs, mind is the boss to all the organs. That is, we know about it, right? So mind created something, artificial things and scientific things, and the people survived without hands also. Next, the eyes presented their argument. Because of us, you are able to see the world, you are able to work, earn money, and live with that. Without us, it is difficult for anything to survive in this world. Then eyes, that's very important. Among all the organs in our body, eyes are very, very, very important. Nainam pradhanam means eyes are take the first place, because if we cannot see anything, how can we live in this world? That is the problem with the eyes. So they are very sensitive and they are very delicate, but they are with us throughout our life and guide us from darkness to light. So eyes thought they are very important and they stopped working. Then again the mind interfered and proved that the blind man can also live in this world. But it takes more time to live without eyes. Now eyes realized like that every organ wanted to prove its supremacy and consequently realized their mistake. Then what happened? Mind created something else. How blind people are living in this world. Some people genetically they are born as blind people. Some people they lose their eyes by some accident or by something else. Even then people are living in this world. Of course with the help of other people, it is true. But we can live without other organs like legs and hands, but it is very difficult to live without eyes, but people are living. So again, mind wanted to teach a lesson and showed the example of the blind people who are living comfortably and in this world. Then eyes also realized. So finally the mind thought, even though every organ tried to stop working, because of me and my intellect, the body survived. If I am not there, this body would have died long back. I am great. So mind thought, what mind thought? When the legs are not working, when the eyes are not working, when the hands are not working, because of my plans, my intellect, because of my creation, something to live, the man is able to live. Without me, when other organ stops, if I stops, mind is thinking like that, how man survives here? That is the thought of the mind. So it is natural, you see. In many organizations, the bosses, head of the institutions, they feel without us, organization will not run. So many people carry this type of ideas. But it is not true. Nobody can live without the help of any other people on this earth. Nobody is independent in this world. We have to remember that. Nobody is independent in this world. The prime ministers, or the scientists, or the ministers, or the politicians, or the billionaires, and millionaires. whoever it may be. Nobody can live in this world independently without the help of others. This is the law of nature. If everybody realizes that, the world will be very, very happy and peaceful and calm. Now it is the turn of the lungs. Lungs thought, without us, how can people survive? If I stop breathing, everybody dies within no time. Humans are very lazy. They cannot breathe for themselves, even though they know that they cannot live without breathing. Since birth till death, I am doing this breathing job without stopping for a minute. There is no appreciation, no rewards and awards for me. I am doing a thankless job. It is true. Lungs are thinking in such a way from the beginning of the birth till the end, till the death. I am continuously breathing and breathing without taking any rest even for a moment, for a second. Right? That's why people are living on this earth. But nobody is appreciating me. Nobody is recognizing that. Even though people know they cannot survive without breathing, even then they are not showing any respect towards me. If I stop, how they will live? They cannot. They are very lazy. They cannot breathe. If I wanted them to breathe, they will breathe for a few seconds and then they forget about everything. When some idea come to their mind, they forget about the breathing. Immediately they will die. Because of me, all the human beings are living on this earth, but without any rewards and awards. That's how I am doing a thankless job. That's how the lungs thought. Then the heart, which is observing all the events, thought of teaching a lesson to the mind, lungs and other organs. Then heart came into the picture. So every organ feeling very high of themselves. So this is the high time for me to teach a lesson to them. This is what heart thought. Heart slowly stopped working. Then heart slowly, not completely. Heart stops completely means we will die. So heart starts stopping the work in a very slow degrees. Mind could not understand what was happening. Then mind was in a very confusing state. When the heart stops, what happened? The supply of the oxygen slowly, when the supply of the oxygen is slowly stopping, a lot of things happen in ourselves. Unless we come across to that situation, we can understand how it happens and what about our experience at that time. So mind could not understand what was happening. A sort of reeling sensation, fatigue, confusion, fear, anxiety, losing consciousness, all sort of problems. When one's heart slowly is stopping its functions, see how many symptoms are there. A reeling sensation, fatigue, confusion, fear, anxiety, losing consciousness, all sort of problems. All the other organs also suffering from same situation. Legs wanted to walk but could not walk. Hands could not move. Eyes could not see. Lungs could not breathe. Mind could not think. Why? Slowly and slowly heart is receding. Heart stopping working slowly, receding back, right? Then the mind thought that something is there which is greater than itself. All the entire life, what mind is thinking, it is very great. Now mind realized there is something greater than me. For the first time, the mind thought that something is there which is greater than itself. All the other organs felt in the same way. In that situation, everyone does only one thing, surrenderance to the higher self, higher consciousness. We can call it by any name. Whenever there is a problem which we cannot solve, where everybody is helpless, what we do? We do a namaskar. We prostrate before the God. We pray the God. We pray the Master. This is a higher self. And surrenderance to the higher self, higher consciousness. We can call it by any time. Then the heart, the seat of love, started working. What is the heart? Heart is the seat of love. And started, laughed. Now, you fellows, you realized what is more important. Then slowly started working with all its love. Mind regained consciousness, all the organs again revitalized and regained the strength. They understood the importance of the heart. Then they realized, oh, because of the heart functions are now working back, we are able to regain our strength and revitalize ourselves. So we are not important, heart is important. If heart is there, we will be there. If heart is not there, we will be finished. That's what all the organs realized. They understood the importance of the heart. This is not the end of the story. Next part I will tell you at the right point. So, in this story, what we learned, heart is important. Is it heart is the only thing which is important? No. It is something else greater than the heart. But this is not the time to explain. Go to the next part of the story. I will go there in my next lessons. Next part I will tell you at the right point. Don't think the heart is the highest. For the time being, heart is the highest. For the time being. Not for all the times. Okay. So that the master is saying that the heart is the center. That is the importance of the signs Leo and Aquarius. Why signs Leo and Aquarius are very important means Leo and Aquarius both governs the heart center in our body. In our next lesson, next class, let us go to the next lesson, clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. So here, this is the story not given in the book. Long, in 70s, master told the story in a very detailed way, and I cut it short and explained to you. And from the next lesson, we are going to the clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. Once again, I am reminding you, we are going deep into the spiritual astrology subject. So it starts from the next lesson, from clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. Already I explained something about them, but in the next lesson we will go to the next level. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti.